Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Immortality, where I'm a level with you. I still have no idea what's going on. I thought about this a bit. I have not come up with anything. I have no new answers for you. I really wish there was a way to try to get the jumping tool to like focus on particular times or something. I want to see other stuff from like this era, right? There's a moment where Marissa just suddenly started bleeding badly from her nose, and like, why? What's happening there? But you just keep jumping around this film in general, but like, and I really hesitate to try jumping off of Marissa's face because it's going to take us everywhere. We're going to see clips we've seen. We know that it will not always take us to a new clip, even if there are new clips that we could go to. So if it's just going to roll the dice, I mean, we're going to see so much stuff we've already seen. And you know what? This woman. This woman's only part of this film. Let's maybe try jumping around on her. I wanted to keep focusing on two of everything anyway. Let's see about this.
Was I?
Still up.
Is this one we've seen before?
Scene 31 through 32, rehearsal.
Remembering Mark's kiss.
Yes, it is. Okay. This is new.
Scene 17, Bravo, take 2.
Hand to the left a little, back to the right. Head up. Plate is good.
Action.
You sent them back how many times?
4. They just couldn't get them round enough.
Oh, they think I'm a monster.
Sorry.
No, they love the monster. It's part of the package. Here's what you need to know about this town. Everyone is trying to take advantage of you. Everyone. And the moment you let your guard down, they'll walk all over you. So when I call out the stupid flowers or the kind of water they put in the fridge, it's my way of making sure they know they can't take advantage of me.
Wow.
You don't use your power, you lose it.
Yeah. Maria, I'm sorry. I made you miss your studio time.
It's cool. Don't sweat it.
Gilda, are you decent?
You get the door.
Bye.
Cut. Moving on to the next part. Larry, ready?
You're so good.
Oh, stop. I love you.
Okay, so she's the body double for filming purposes, presumably. When I clicked on her, you guys didn't see this because I'm not capturing my overlay. But I did get an achievement, a Steam achievement that just said Naomi. So I'm going to just tab out real quick. What is the text of? It's collected 3 of Naomi's appearances. And then in all caps, Naomi was a peach. So, I don't know, man. Everything is so fucking weird about this game. You know, I was planning to jump across Naomi, but first of all, we can't see her face. And secondly, Apple.
Want to know why, Pop?
There we go. Tell me more about Apple.
Scene 17, Charlie, take 6.
Action.
How's my little sunshine factory?
Very sunny. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for asking. I hear you killed it out there. Saved them a bunch of money doing it all in one take.
Well, you know me. I'm Frank Sinatra.
What?
One and done?
I'm good.
Frank Sinatra used to record things in one take.
Didn't peg you for a Sinatra fan. Hey, do you mind if I use your bathroom?
Actually, I don't think.
Wait, there's 2 of you?
At least pretend to be surprised.
Sorry, girls. I was wise to you as soon as Heather opened her mouth and was nice to me. I can tell you apart from other bases anyhow.
Well, who do you love the most, though?
I get 10% of everything you make. Sorry, Heather.
Well, here, have an apple. We have plenty.
Want to know why I popped in? I got you bumped to a guest slot for the next show.
For real?
You are second slot.
Second slot? Oh, a second slot! Oh, Gary, I could kiss you on the mouth.
Don't. Just got veneers. I can't feel my face. That's not all.
What else you got?
A new gig.
A new gig.
I got you an invitation to be the starring act of a very fancy gala event in New York City.
A charity thing?
Not a charity.
For what then?
An exclusive, private birthday event.
You booked me a birthday party?
Now, listen.
Should I go grab some fucking balloon animals?
You don't even know what it's for.
It's a fucking birthday party.
It's Andrew Hessenberg's birthday.
Who is that?
Yeah, who is that?
He's a billionaire. He does something clever with money. He bankrolled the last election. Look, he's probably just one of those rich creeps who wants to smell your hair or something. This is a lot of money we're talking about.
You
How
just
much money?
don't get it, do you?
Andrew or Splash. It's the same thing.
How much money?
I chose to do the commercial. I choose not to do birthday parties for billionaires.
He's offering $10 million.
How is that even real?
Andrew understands the greatest entertainer of our time comes at a premium.
What's 10% of 10 million?
Just think about it, okay?
1 million. 10% of 10 million is 1 million.
Right. Thank you, Heather. Honestly, Gary, is that what I am to you?
Let's put a pin in it. I will see you at the taping tomorrow. The night show.
Right.
Try and talk some sense in her, would you?
Cut. Check the gate and we'll move over to Maria's side.
You got the apple!
Finally.
How many apples have we gone through today?
I feel like the whole basket.
Pretty close.
This is a really long, really weird scene. I don't... John Durek's got a strange way of writing dialogue. I'm just kind of curious here. I don't think I heard anything, but it's such a long scene and it's so nothing. I just want to play it back and see if we get like a gentle superimpose and then we can try to dial it in because it seems strange that it's even here. I think we continue to dive on Apple because like apples are going to continue getting us. Well, they're just going to get us like this set of scenes though. Yeah, we need more stuff from this film. I don't know that we necessarily... We're probably pretty close to the end of the Apple thing anyway. Yeah, all right. We're not going to get anything out of this. Clock? Okay, that's not a big surprise. What else? Lights? Sure. Lots of scenes that got lights in them. Dude's watch? Curtains? I guess just like window. It's like generally window. That's a pretty loose association. Yeah, okay, so let me try Naomi again.
Okay, we see a plane land on the top.
Nope, shit, there we go.
Scene 70 through 72, rehearsal.
Okay, we see a plane land on the tarmac at JFK, congested traffic around a busy NYPD office. And inside?
Okay. Thank you for seeing me.
Well, the deputy told me you weren't gonna leave until I did.
I'm a crank, but a beautiful crank. That's what you're thinking. You're not really taking me seriously. Well, I needed to talk to you. I have information on the death of Maria.
So I hear. Well, listen. We're closing down the investigation.
What?
Our guys have determined it was an accidental death.
She couldn't swim.
What?
She couldn't. Nobody really knew that. She kept it a secret, but the fact that she couldn't swim means that it wasn't an accident. Now you're listening. I'm her body double. I'm paid to stand in for her in shoots and rehearsals. That's how I know.
Her body double.
That's right.
I thought you were her sister. The resemblance is uncanny.
I get it, but I'm not her sister.
Fine by me. Look, I'll level with you. Chief has been pushing hard for this whole case to disappear. But what you're giving me here would be reason to open things up again.
Really? Great. I'll give you a statement or whatever.
Not so fast.
What?
Look, I want to do this by the book. But it's best if the books aren't all kept in this particular library. Let's meet off-site. Somewhere nice and public.
Okay, well, I'm staying at the plaza. We could meet at the bar.
You free at 8?
Try that again with some chemistry. Like, this might go places.
Can he do that? Can he date people involved in cases?
He can.
He could do whatever we want him to.
You free at 8?
I'm free all week.
Plaza, huh? Nice stakes for a body double.
Body double to one of the biggest stars in the world. I'll tell you about it tonight.
Sounds good. Watch yourself, okay?
Off Maria's face, we cut.
She has a remarkable amount of control here. I don't think we really get anything from that either, though. Let's go back to him. Really? This is the only scene featuring him in the whole film, maybe. What about a door? This will take us somewhere. This does look new. Okay, this is something from Minsky. It doesn't feel like there's very much completed footage for the third one, right? The other two movies, I mean, Ambrosio in particular, there's enough there for, like, that movie feels like it was maybe even finished. Minsky has a lot of footage, but whatever probably broke pretty early during the filming of Two of Everything.
Scene 10A, take 2.
Action.
Okay, well, that's pretty obvious.
You could have knocked. Would you like to come in?
Cut! Help! She's crazy! Too late.
Come inside. You're going to come in. It's hard to say no.
And yet here we stand. I was kind of wondering, there have been scenes where people continued to say their lines even though they were in a different situation with the backwards lady, and I was sort of wondering if it would end up being very funny that he runs out of the room shouting she's crazy, but no, apparently not. Well, that doesn't feel like it was anything at all. I don't really know what to make of that. Yeah, Why is that even there? Oh, also... Definitely feel like I'm receiving guidance from a gentle rumble in my headphones. Trying to figure it. I think it's this. We had already seen... Wait, had we? I remember the clip. Had we seen the backwards lady in this clip? Maybe I'm wrong, you know. I'm definitely sort of jumping in shadows here and like hearing a faint sound and trying to follow that somewhere. Okay. The sound is pretty faint here. Okay, so... Yeah, I definitely missed this before. No, the other way? There it is.
This is the wrong way around. We created the perfect story. I watched you die and live, but they squandered it. It changed nothing.
They weren't ready then. Look at everything they've created.
It's the same.
So yeah, like I said, I had originally been theorizing that the backwards lady was like, I don't know, it's a metaphor for John's obsession with Marissa or whatever. They definitely seem more like extra dimensional beings or gods or something arguing about revealing themselves to us or to humanity. I don't know. It's definitely weird. And like the fainter the indication that there is footage in a clip, the more the clip seems to like reveal their nature as something else, which is an interesting way to go about it. I am still getting some rumble. Gosh, it's faint though. Huh. It sounds like it's coming from this clip. Yeah, it sounds like it's to the left when I'm here, but to the right when I'm here. Yeah. That would be very strange.
Okay.
I guess let's just run it back and see. This would be... If it was here, this would be the first time that we've seen them in footage that wasn't directly shot by John, right? And the thing is, I could totally believe.
Well, I'm sure everybody's read about it or heard the gossip.
Huh.
Well, I'm sure everybody's read about it or heard the gossip. I was making a movie in New York.
Your first as director?
Yes, I'd done quite a bit of work as director of photography at that point, but this was my first.
So this is just a thing where she's going to say all of the things that he said.
Well, there was an accident on set, and one of the actors, Carl Greenwood, was unfortunately injured and later died. And after that, we felt it was in everybody's best interest that we stop the movie. So he decided not to finish.
This was also a movie that starred Marissa Marcel, and I gather put a stop to her career. They say she's become a recluse.
I don't want to speak for Marissa, but I think recluse might be inaccurate. Just because she chooses not to court celebrity just makes her normal. I don't think she disappeared or anything. She just chose a different life.
Have you met with Marissa since that movie?
I have not.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to a short commercial here, and when we come back, we're going to have some amazing new music.
So, of course, she ends the scene looking directly at the camera, as she always does. Her delivery of those lines is way more, like, dismissive, and I don't know. Like, she doesn't seem like she wants to be giving the answer. She seems bored by it, and maybe that's just, like, we're supposed to get that that's because she's, you know, just performing the lines as they occurred in someone else's life, or I don't know. This is very fucking weird, though. This definitely messes with my understanding of what we were seeing before, because before it was at least plausible that every clip we had seen her in had been shot by John. Here, she's replacing John and clip is shot by totally unrelated people. I'm gonna, nope, that's not what I want. Where's the other interview clip? Where's the other talk show? Here.
Superstars, they are quite,
Well then.
So, you've been around for a while, and you look good for it.
Well, I changed with the times.
I imagine so. But, can you be killed?
Drowning doesn't do it. Crucifixion hurts, but little else. They knock you out for a while, but it takes much more than that. Burning works.
I will take note of that. Skip drowning, skip crucifixion, go straight to the flame.
Have you ever watched anyone burn at the stake?
I have not.
It's terrible.
And the noise we're hearing now means that if I were to press forward, which will cause this footage to reverse, it'll flip back into Marissa mode?
Tell me, any...
No, it's a totally new clip.
We don't reproduce that. There used to be more of us, but as humanity spread, our numbers dwindled. Think of us
Like?
Like the water that falls as snow on the mountain, and then runs down as fresh spring water, and later evaporates out of the ocean back onto the mountaintop.
Now that's beautiful.
I think so, too.
Okay, and now we're in forward mode. I'm pressing forward, and it is actually hitting the end of the clip. So now I'll hit backwards to reverse into the clip, and...
Now here's a question. Do you remember?
Some of it. As much as you remember your childhood, perhaps. I remember specific moments, but it's hard to connect who you were. We all changed so much.
I'm not difficulty remembering one life, I can't imagine.
It's all in there. It's just hard to access. I remember things I never saw. Things that belong to the people whose forms I took.
Mm-hmm. And so we'll tap forward to reverse and...
Hibernate?
Well, a long while back, I would put my face in the water and drown. I learned not to panic, but now I can just lay down and stop breathing on my own. My body knows when to wake.
And then?
Well, there's always some confusion upon waking. Like, it's much harder now. The world you're immersed in, it can be so different. It's dangerous.
So I'm not certain, but I think there might have been a subtitle that was loose, not like attached to a piece of spoken dialogue at the end of that last clip. I was hoping to be able to catch it when I reversed into it, but it could have just been the last thing she was saying about people whose forms she took. I wonder what it means, people whose forms she took. Like she doubles someone or like she replaces someone?
And you two disagree on this point.
Her attraction to humanity is not one I share.
He thinks there's a future just for us, apart from them. But he doesn't see what they have that we don't.
And the idea that we come from you?
Well, you have something else in you, but your mortality makes you shine.
You imitate us, but everything you do is base. We tried to elevate you, but it didn't take.
You died for our sins?
A story.
I wonder how much further this can degrade. Oh, right. I got confused in which direction we were running.
Now you must be somebody on.
Hold on. Okay, no, I think that's normal, like, 40-year-old tape degradation. I don't think that interference was indicative of anything. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of information very quickly. What do we do with that? I'm a little worried that we're going to run into the classic problem here. So Sam Barlow, the work that sort of put Sam Barlow on the map was a game called Her Story. And in Her Story, you were doing something kind of similar. You were watching a bunch of video clips that you were dredging out of a database through what you might describe as a non-ideal implementation, a non-ideal interface. The game doesn't have a concrete ending. You see a bunch of the clips, and at some point you decide you get it. You've got it. You've had enough. Very famously, there's an image that you may have seen go around social media potentially. Somebody posted in the Steam forums for the game. I believe it's the Steam forums. How do I know when I'm finished? And Sam Barlow himself responded, replied, well, you're finished when you're satisfied. And then the person responded, how do I know when I'm satisfied? And like, it gets passed around because it's a very goofy interaction. It's just like, the immediate sort of implication is this person is like fully unable to think for themselves, right? They need to be told exactly when they have reached the point of completion with the work. But like, I do think there's actually something in there that is really interesting. There is a real question at the heart of that. And I wonder, and I'm thinking about what we're doing right now. And I wonder, how do I know when I'm satisfied? I want to try something. All right, so we're going to reverse it. Nope, shit, sorry. Fast forward by going backwards faster in this clip. I want to go until we get to the one where the guy is present, and then we're going to try to match off of him because I want to see what it does. I keep having to reverse direction. This is such a weird gimmick. Okay, it is not this one. I wonder if there's something in every clip.
And you two disagree on this point.
Her attraction to humanity.
Out of curiosity. And the plant. Okay. And the background. All right. Interesting. When focused on him, we get Carl. Well, in any case, I think this is a clip we haven't seen before, so let's watch this while I mull that over.
C23C, take 3.
And action on background.
Action.
That really is a good look for him.
I don't see Olga. What are you drinking?
Did they have a 12-year-old Macallan?
Never mind, I'll pick. 2 Ferraris, please. And have you seen that Russian girl? A room full of your deviants. Minsky knew you had to become the thing you were trying to understand.
Also, art is an intellectual exercise. It requires distance.
You still think art is about ideas. He says Olga's been in here every night this week. She usually comes in around 9, so we've got some time to kill. I've got something to help it go down.
Benzoylmethylecinin.
Inspiration.
Cut. That was real coke. Let's go again. Carl, keep it simple. Until he hits the coke and montage, keep sure to get buttoned up. Reset on the drinks.
This movie just seems better than the. I don't know what happened to John Durek's talent. I mean, listen, they're all like intentionally sort of like goofy and off the rails, but I don't know. I like this movie. This seems like my kind of thing. Anyway, there was definitely a sound. It was quieter, so we're probably gonna have to slow this down as we approach. But it was like way back.
Art is an intellectual.
Nope. Shit. Hold on. Okay. Play at normal speed.
It requires distance.
Wait for the sound to end. Stop it. Then mess with it.
After I killed the other one, I told John everything. He disappointed me. John liked the mystery. He didn't like there being an answer. And that the answer was that I was bigger than him he didn't like. The other one had pushed me to the edge, so I didn't so much snap. I just keep moving. I'd never felt so connected, and I wasn't ready to let it go. I consumed him efficiently. I didn't have time to think what it meant to lose Marissa.
Right. I had dismissed the clip. So like part of the reason I was thinking of the stuff we were seeing as like metaphor or symbol or whatever is because we had seen the shot of her. We'd seen the clip of her killing John. And we had John after that, right? Like we know that did not happen. Except she takes their forms. So she did kill John. There is a point in this project at which she murdered John Durek and replaced him. She became the John Durek. And by that time, she had killed the other one, the guy. She revealed herself to John and explained everything. Why did she do that? Okay, when was that? That's it's in the Minsky footage, right? Oh, is it this one? Yes, okay, it's that one. So that clip is dated 8/10/1970. We're using American style dating here, right? So show me. Yeah, okay. Month first. All right, so 8/10/1970. Potentially, this is the day that John Durick died. John dies in the middle. Okay, so I guess that sort of answers my question as to what happened to John Durick's talent. What does that mean for us? Like, can we make anything out of that? The fact that John is potentially not present at all after this. The talk show, right? The talk show's after this, so we see through to the real version of that. So then the fact that here in this clip, John is completely absent and the backwards lady replaces Marissa means what? She's also killed and doubled Marissa. But if so, how is there a Marissa and a John in this scene? Is there another one of them? Other than the other one of them? I'm getting something from this one.
And scene.
Amy, that was fabulous.
Should we go get something to eat?
Oh, right. I think we had seen the superimposing here, and I hadn't known what to do with it.
Shall we get some music? I wish.
Wait, I want to make sure I'm getting this from the right moment. Okay. So yeah, she is just both of them. This is the normal dialogue of this scene. I mean, obviously, we're watching it the wrong direction, but.
Wow.
So. The music's like, hey, be upset about this.
We get something to eat and then come back and see how you do with Maria.
Okay, so. Is that how the scene ends in the other version? No, wait, how do I. Shit. How do I actually make it jump back?
That was fabulous.
There we
Should
go.
we go get something to eat, and then after this, see how you do with Maria?
So he doesn't seem to be speaking to her in this version of the scene. I had read him as speaking to Marissa. She's not looking at him or responding, but in the other version of the scene, she is looking at backwards lady. It's very weird. So something happened to Carl Greenwood. He had an accident and then later he died because the other one had taken the form of Carl and she killed him. Which does suggest that it's not just a doubling, that they like fully replaced the person because there was no more Carl anymore after. Oh, the kiss in this scene is more significant. So this is the last time we've seen Carl. This is the most recent. I kind of want to let's dive in on Carl again a little bit here. How much more stuff can we get from him? This we've seen. This we've seen. We've seen a scene that takes place in this art gallery set, but I don't think it was this one because I don't think it started this way.
Scene 4A, take 3.
Action on background.
Wander, but let the tide pull you into frame. Action. Someone here already knows you're dead.
Are you a buyer?
Not tonight. I'm a cop. Marissa? Cut. Loved it. That was a zoom.
I think you got it. Everyone freeze. We want to get some room tone before we move on.
Don't think I heard anything. But now I really am wondering if there's something in every clip to be found. Her turn and then just like stare in the sort of our general direction. Had you found this clip like pretty early on, you would probably just think it's part of the movie as it is. But I have to admit that couple of seconds there was like actually pretty nerve-wracking for me, given what we know. I was like, oh God, what weird shit's going to happen now? Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything here. Sorry, but I do want to wind until we can see our man's face so that we can jump off of it.
Joe, look at the table.
It's like a very weird Quantum Leap video game.
Scene 5B, take 1.
Oh. Marissa's wearing panties. Action.
Now you can proposition me.
You argued with him yesterday morning?
Most mornings. It was how he woke up. With a grudge and a heart on.
His diary doesn't mention any kind of argument. On the days it does.
Do you need permission to read his diary?
No. We have to check in case he wrote and killed him.
You want to do what to me?
For the record, those words were deliberate provocation.
Ruby confirmed the cause of death. Asphyxia. She puts the time of death at 11 p.m.
Should I be hearing this?
Did we get it right?
Hey, I've been here for a few hours. You should arrest me or give me something to eat.
Where were you last night?
I was at the warehouse. It's a studio, a hangout, a party. I crash there sometimes.
Write the address for me. Get us some food and take her home.
Is he a good detective?
He thinks he's the best.
Beautiful. Carl, I wasn't joking. Look at the table.
Doesn't feel like strictly relevant, does it? Anyway, the sound was very loud in this one, so I'm not expecting it to be anything particularly significant. I'm very curious about, like, diegetically what the reason is that the intrusion is more obvious sometimes than others. Like, is it the people themselves hiding the stuff in the footage for others to find, and so they want the more meaningful things to be only available to the people who are really looking? Or because there's probably like a diegetic explanation, right? Maybe it's all just unexamined magic.
I've been in a few rooms like this one. Maybe this is a nice one. You can break the force of human civilization into two. One, the urge to control and to destroy. I guess motivated by fear. We can call that the law. And then there's the urge to create, to heal, motivated by love. The artist. Every important conflict in history comes down to the law versus the artist. It's hard because the artist acts as an individual, as the law as an army. If you don't love enough, it's easy to find yourself on the side of the law, even if you think you're an artist. The ultimate form of control is incarceration. To have years taken from you is a greater violence than simple murder. I'd rather be executed than in prison. The loss of freedom is felt more strongly if you're born with infinite freedom. I was once kept in the Bastille. Food was excellent. But I ended up begging for the guillotine. Which was not as fatal as they would have you believe.
I have to wonder. So these clips that have multiple levels of things encoded in them, like, could we have found this right away? Obviously, you see that that first clip is the first interview clip, late show interview clip is the first thing you see, right? So I didn't remember it having the sound at the end. I'm wondering if some of this only becomes available to you the more you've seen, or if the whole thing is there if you know to look for it immediately.
You can judge a society by the quality of its executions. I've been hanged, I've been guillotined, I've been drowned as a witch, crucified. Crucifixion is a painful one, but the aesthetics of it are remarkable, which was the point. Fire is the killer. You don't come back from complete cremation, Naomi.
So the accident with Carl will have been a fire on the set. All right, I got it. Half the time we're advancing into the clips by going forward, and half the time we're advancing into them by going backwards, and I lose track real easily. Okay. And we already know that if we try to wind back into it, we're just going to end up at the front of the sequence because we used that knowledge to get the match to Carl in the other interview clip. So... okay. I mean, we've learned a lot, and it is starting to feel like answers. It is starting to feel like contextualization and making sense of, what is that?
So, you've been around for a while, and you look good for it.
Okay. It's just this. Stop. Nope. Exit clip. So that's been set out into its own thing now that is separated from 4/5/1969, because the interview with John is after the whole thing went under. Is that the first time we've seen one of the wait, where's the initial? Wait, is that the initial interview? Yeah, because it would have been after Ambrosio was. Right? Or did we lose the initial interview? How do I? There are better ways to sort this shit. All right, this is the image mode, right? I don't know what to make of this, really. It's like every time we jump from something, it creates a shoes. Yeah, jump from or to something, I guess. Because yeah, like both of the instances of shoes, but we only did that jump once, right? Okay. What I want is the other mode, but like filter by film, or is that what this is? Filter by date. Now, what are these? What are these different? These are not filters. These are sorts. It seems like. But it's not clear to me. Because wouldn't the date sort and the by film sort are going to be the same, aren't they? This production on Ambrosio is wrapped before Minsky starts. But this is like within the films. This is sort by subject matter or something? Or sort by like actual scenes versus production footage? Or no, it doesn't seem to be. I have already forgotten what this is supposed to be. Okay, well. Huh. So we have lost that first interview though. It's been completely replaced with this. We could probably still get to it from within here by going to the end of the chain of clips. But that's really interesting because that's the first time that's happened. Where the bit with the backwards lady is showing up in our film library at all. Very strange, very strange. I just have a feeling. Hold on.
Location scout.
Just listening for the sound. Because if she were to appear here, it would be really interesting, right? And so I hoped. But it does not seem... So this is before he's been replaced, right? This is considerably before he's been replaced. Well, it's like 2 months. There's a sort of a liveliness to him in that clip. Oh, I am getting a headphone rumble again. It's very faint, though. We're not close to it. Getting closer. I think it's this one. Well, if we just run it backwards, we're going to find our way into it, right? I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be the dancing replaced again, right? That makes sense given what we saw in that earlier clip that's supposed to have taken place in the club. Yeah. Wait, no, I'm trying to... This is really something. I'm not trash talking the dancing. I'm trash talking the song, to be clear. The dancing is, I don't necessarily feel qualified to judge. Okay, this was what I was curious about. If we could get back to the beginning of the dance without accidentally falling into the clip. Into the Marissa clip. But it looks like there's nothing else in it aside from her just dancing to the... Solid, sick rhymes. Oops, no, wait, I want to go this way. Because we're getting sound, but it's just the interference of the real world clip into the... Yeah, okay. Not necessarily valuable to me, honestly. Okay, I mean, so like it tries to tell us when there's stuff we haven't seen. But it's not necessarily directing us toward things of any value, it's just anything we haven't seen. Huh.
You still think art is...
This is new, right?
Scouting for Goodman's apartment.
Yeah.
This is the bedroom. Right.
So we're starting with that.
the bed.
He looks so worried.
Okay. Carl, you get up out of bed. She's sleeping. You look at her. At this point, you fuck Marissa a lot. She just told you she's the killer, so this room will be fairly somber. All right, you walk to the bathroom. Go in the shower. Marissa, open your eyes and smile.
We don't get to see Carl showering. We just have to imagine.
Okay, back to sleep. All right, Goodman walks back in, puts on his cop clothes, and kisses sleeping friend. I don't think this place is nice enough. Yeah, this is not good. Let's move on.
So we have no idea at what point the other one would have replaced Carl, right? Could have been Carl the whole time. Could have been Carl in every scene that we have of Carl. But also maybe not. I'm kind of hoping we'll find a scene that that has some spooky backwards stuff that clarifies this. I'd like to... I don't know. I want to believe that there'll be something noticeably different between the before replacement and after replacement, because you know you have a person and then a character playing the person, but maybe they're good enough actors that we would never know. This we know. Very natural line read.
You only live once.
Natasha.
Just out of curiosity at this point, you know. So what we thought here was a cover story is perhaps not. Is perhaps actual Carl saying one thing that is later contradicted by the other one, Carl.
Minsky. Was John's idea to create a vehicle for me, an expression of how he saw me. He wanted me to star, but I wanted to write too. I started feeling there were better ways to create. It interested me that even though he was sleeping with me, it was still the fantasy he put on screen that he wanted. In that respect, he was no different than Fisher.
Okay.
I wanted Franny to be real, and I realized that that was only possible if we looked at her in the right way. The camera decides who has sovereignty.
So these people have been, like, everything we're getting here is about film, but these people have been alive for an extremely long time, and they've just been fascinated by various forms of art, various media that whole time. And we're just only hearing stuff about film, we're only talking about film within the confines of this thing, because that is the subject of this thing. It does seem a little, let me see if we can get back past the entry point here. Nope. Okay. Sometimes if we just run at it fast enough.
Minsky.
So, like I said, it seemed like there was in Imbrosio, there's like a transference of the idea of her from, looking at my notes here, from Sophia to Marissa. And it is potentially literally the case that she was in the form of Sophia, and then right, and so we have that scene of her like being over the apparently dying Marissa that is actually more literal than. Yeah, you know what? We're going to stop soon, but I want to go back and look at that scene one more time now that we have the information that we have. So it was this one. Nope, this one.
What does
Weddings, funerals, black masses. I've seen a few. It was almost.
So yeah, this is her shedding Sophia and becoming Marissa. Probably. Okay, well, I mean, it's starting to make sense, right? I don't exactly understand the way in which it makes sense, but we're starting to be able to construct something out of it. It's no longer just a bunch of floating, disconnected pieces. That's good. That's progress, right? That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I don't know. I don't know what my plan is for continuing to push forward, but I'll have one, and we'll just see if we can't figure out what these otherworldly, immortal art critic beings are trying to tell us with all this. And we'll see you then.